Yo! We're back! This time! Yes, this is going to be an updated version of my old Forza Horizon 4 how to take realistic, stunning photos. That did very good. That video did very, very good. Sorry if my speech is very shit. Probably because my got a little ulcer in my lip, which is hurting quite a lot. So yeah. So anyway, to take really good Forza Horizon 4 pictures is get yourself a nice car, because obviously if your car's nice, you're gonna like the photo. So let's have a look what we got in here. Okay, so I've decided to go with the 2014 911 Turbo RS. It looks nice. It's red. Red is a great colour. Make sure you have got a shiny paint job, because that will help you to get the reflections of the sun and the shadows, which give you a great looking photo. So obviously get a nice paint job, red, any primary good, primary colour. Matte is okay, it depends if you want that, but if you want to take a really realistic photograph, make sure you have a nice shiny metallic, I don't know, sort of colour. So now you want to do is you're going to want to find a place to take a photo. We're going to have a look, and I'll be right back when I found one. Now, there are different ways. You can take motion photos and you can take stationary photos. I personally like to take more stationary photos, as they, shutter speed is good. It's a good option, but I feel like if you put too much of it in, it can the game look a little bit unrealistic, which is not what we want here. So I'm going to find a nice place. Trees, usually where there's trees on the road, you see where there's patches of like light, good areas to take pictures, but I think we're going to go take ourselves a picture just here, just near this tree right here. This tree goes underneath. So what we're going to do is want to park up, press up on our D-pad. Okay, so now we're in photo mode. See, mine is very contrasty right now. This is not what we're going to want to use. So first things first is the options. So effects is Y. Go into effects and put the shutter speed all the way down, because I'm not going to even be moving. I like to put the focus mode on tracking quite a lot, but panning is pretty good as well. So I tell you what, we'll try panning, and we're going to put the focus on 0, exposure on 53, aperture at 35, broken shape I think that is. It's circle, you can do diamond. See, this stuff wasn't in the game, so there was, on my last guide, there was no focus mode, broken shape, sampling, car lights, drivers, crowd, of creatures. There were none of those options, so they've only just been recently added in. Well, not recently, quite a while ago, but it's alright. So we're going to probably do circle, since that's very good. Sampling is obviously quality, because you want the best. Contrast, I'm going to put 54. Colour 54 as well. Brightness at 50, sepia at 0, vignette at 18, temperature at 50, but temperature is completely personal preference. Like, the increase of 1 can, make a big difference in the photo. Car lights are also personal preference. Drivers, I like to have them disabled. Crowd is, usually disabled, and creatures disabled. Depends if you want to have a creature in the background, so, it's up to you. That won't really affect the realism of the photo. So, now, once we've done that, we want to press Y to go in your photo mode. Now, you want to press X to focus. So there's a little trick here that basically brings the background forward and the foreground backwards. So what you want to do is you want to press up on the D-pad. You want to hold it down as well as hold down. You want to hold up. So you want to press up. You want to hold up on the D-pad at the same time as going down on the analog stick. So you saw it's how you normally zoom like that. But obviously you're going to be going backwards at the same time. So it's going to be like that, bringing the background forward and the foreground backwards. So, or whatever I just said, that was completely wrong. Now, you do see your screen go a bit blurry because of the aperture. What I'm going to do is just press X. It just focuses it. Once it's focused, you usually want to wait a while, because, you have a lot of, it does take a while for it to completely, process. Like, you can see little details. So obviously, when you first focus, there is parts of it moving out and, focusing in. So the longer you leave this, the better quality the photo will be, which is a little tip I've used quite a lot. So yeah, now you just want to get an angle. Usually, this sort of angle is really good, where you've got the sun, sort of in the background. So if you're facing away from the sun, I feel like that isn't as realistic as that. I mean, I don't know. It's completely up to you what you think is realistic, but if you wanted to get a really nice photo of the car, you'd want to probably get maybe a bit of the leaves as well to get sort of overlay of the black. Also, you also want to like press the left trigger to get right down to the ground as well, because that helps. Also increasing the aperture as well. This car at the back is kind of annoying me, so I'm going to go somewhere else and find another one. Now you see in this scenario we don't actually have any sun, however we have a lot of trees, which is going to make a lot of reflections on the car. As you can see, look, it looks really crazy. Now I'm going to probably put the contrast on a bit because it's a little bit too red. Maybe just doing that will maybe make it look a little bit better. Yeah. So you want the contrast quite high, otherwise you won't get a shadow in the floor. So that is something that is pretty useful. Now we do the little zoom trick, bring it out really far. 2.5 is pretty good zoom. I could just do that, or I think probably getting, since I feel like the trees around here, they're not too good, but we're still getting quite a lot. So yeah, there's a sign there, it's quite nice. Maybe also lowering the car might make it better as well, so I'm going to go do that as well. Alright, so I'm going to go with the FXXK Ferrari. Now, basically, it is another red car, so yeah, but it's alright. So gonna go try and get another area, which is probably obviously no trees. So I'm gonna go get a little city photo. So we're gonna go to Edinburgh, and I'll be back when I am there. Okay, so we're pretty much there. So what I also what I'd like to say is another really good tip is really personal preference is whatever you think is realistic in your eyes. So if you think something is realistic, it probably is realistic. So we're now going to find somewhere. I do like taking night photos as well, so I am going to put a few photos on screen of some other pictures I've posted. But yeah, so as you can see, it's not going to be night for a while, but it doesn't really mean we can't take any good city photos. So I'll have a look. Yeah, I'm going to put some photos on screen now of some pictures I have taken before, and you can also check my other video as well for the external editing with Lightroom. Here looks good detailed street here. So we're gonna go down here, park ourselves up on the edge, and if you want, you can even turn your wheel a bit as well. Depends which way you're gonna take the photo. So I'm gonna take them this way. So put the wheel that way a little bit. Press up on the D-pad while you're holding it there, and then we're in photo mode with the wheel turned. The street looks like it's got quite a bit of detail. We're not going to use it all, so we're in photo mode. We do our little zoom thing, aperture. You press X. There we go. I feel like maybe it's a little bit too much of a low car, because now it looks like it's just coming off the ground, doesn't it? So yeah, but it doesn't stop us from taking a good photo of it. So we can just go up into the air a bit. Obviously, press X. There you go. Makes a great picture as well. You've also got, there you go, it's very nice there as well. But one thing you do not do is press A to take a photo. You don't do that, and then you don't go download it off the Forza website, because obviously if you wanted to upload them to actual Forza thing, I would consider doing is probably just, I would take the picture, but make sure you press the hide UI and then screenshot it. Basically, that is what you're going to want to do to get, because the quality for Xbox is higher, and it depends where what settings you have. So if you want, you can go to settings, and once you're in settings, you can just go to your video settings and basically go to your broadcast settings and make sure it's 1080p for screenshots, as that is a lot better than 720p. But with that said, this is a bit shorter than the other one because the other one has got stuff that I can't really improve on in terms of editing. If you go on my other video that's got loads of views, you go on there and there's pretty much a full guide on how to use Lightroom. This is just another updated tutorial on how to use some of the new options, like the focus modes, the broken shapes, the car lights, drivers, crowd, creatures, and a little bit of temperature, because I don't think that was in the game either when I did the other one, and sampling as well. So yep, with that said, thanks for watching. If you want to go look at my other video to look at exporting it to OneDrive and exporting that to OneDrive and then editing it within Lightroom, sorry. Yeah, feel free to check that out, and other than that, goodbye.